boy, what are you doing? Hey, the dog. My friend and I just got finished with a walk with the puppy dogs. It is such a nice day out. It's been raining for the last day and a half, almost 2 days, and it's sunny and like 16 degrees, so it's not too cold but not too hot. It is the perfect walking weather and the perfect weather for my garden to really take off growing. I hope you can hear me and it's not too loud with the vehicles. But my garden is really growing. Like, oh, I'm so happy. My watermelon aren't doing great, but that's okay. I might show you guys when I get home. I'm almost home. Little doggies. Hi. Hi. Hi, little boy. I'm not sitting out here enjoying some of my protein cereal. This is the Vector with strawberries and then some milk down there. And my 2 favorite doggies. We just got back from a walk with one of my really good friends. It was really nice catching up. We go for walks probably about once a week or once every other week just to chat, get out, take the dogs out too. But I'm gonna sit here and eat some breakfast and then I need to do some work. And then I have a massage at 11:15, so leave here by like 10:45, give or take. Yesterday I made these chocolate chip protein healthy cookies. They're very cake-like. I'm eating half of one. They're good. They're a little gummy and chewy. So I don't know if I would reuse this recipe. Might tweak it a little bit. Look at how well my sourdough turned out. This is my best looking loaf yet. I am so happy with it. Look at that color and my scoring on top and all the little bubbles everywhere. I have to wait about an hour before I can cut into it so it doesn't deflate. That's one thing about sourdough is you want to let it rest once it comes out of the oven for about an hour so it has time to cool down. And as I said, you can risk deflating it if you cut into it too soon, and then it just won't have those nice big air bubbles and those pockets and be light and fluffy. I am so proud of this dough. I went for a run this morning, so I'm going to have a bath. I'm actually going to chat with you guys about my running and some updates about that in a little bit later. It'll be like right after this clip. I'm just gonna have a bath, get changed, and then probably go over that. So it's time to cut into the loaf. I'm gonna move the camera so you won't be able to see me, but I just wanted to say we're gonna cut into the loaf and I'm so excited. You hear that? That is a good sound. Good crunch. Ooh, look at all those bubbles. Oh, it looks so good. It smells very sour, which is what you want. I am going to butter this half. It's still a little bit warm, which is my favorite. Sometimes I'll microwave it a little bit, even like after it's been sitting out for a while, just so I can get that warm bread, and then the butter kind of melts into it. Perfect. Time for the taste test. I like a really crunchy outside, and obviously like the butt of the bread has the most crunch. So the rest of the loaf will just have like the edges, but this is so good. I am so happy with this. This was like the best bread I've made. I'll leave the recipe down below, but yeah, essentially it's just literally flour, your starter, water, and some salt. Then you mix it, you leave it. I let my dough rise overnight for like, I want to say close to like 18 hours. I think it was like 2 o'clock when I finished kneading it, and then I didn't make it until like 6:30 this morning. You bake it covered, and I don't have a Dutch oven, so what I actually used, I just used this glass dish. You can pretty much use anything as long as it has a lid. So you need to bake the dough with the lid on and then with the lid off, and then you finish it with just the loaf in the oven, and that gets a nice crunch all the way around. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on how to make sourdough. I've made one good loaf, and here, let me show you how to do it. No, but it's really easy once you learn how to get like a good starter going. What I did a few months ago now is I made a starter, and then I actually dehydrated it, and then I just kind of rehydrate it as I need. For this dough, this is the starter I used, and I feed it twice a day usually, and I think I'm gonna try to make something else with sourdough. I know you can make like cookies. I might try to make some hamburger buns. I think that would be really fun to make. It is a longer process, but like this is a huge loaf. Like this is gonna last me a long time. So I don't know if I might like cut it in half and then freeze half and eat half, because I don't really eat like a ton of bread. I mean, when I have it, I will, but it's super cheap, really easy to have on hand, and it's just so good. Like white bread is fine, but I don't think it really has a taste. This sourdough has a taste, and I love it. I think you either would probably love or not love sourdough, but it's my favorite. I love the long pieces of bread, not like the short square ones. You can make sandwich bread with sourdough as well, but I prefer, is this like artisanal or like the more rustic looking rounder loaf? And I like the pan container glass cooking thing I use because it's more oval shaped, so then my loaf gets a little bit longer and not as circular and round. In August, there is a local family who puts on a sunflower tour. They live out in the country and have this big, huge property and have this whole field of sunflowers. And they do a little event. They have like vendors, live music, some food trucks in their sunflower field. And a part of that is also a race, a run type thing. So you can do like a 5K, a 10K, and there might be another option too. But I think I am going to try and do the 5K. So that being said, it's August 19th that the race is, the race run. I think I'm gonna call it a race. It's not really a race, it's more like just a run, but so that's when it is. That's a Saturday, and it's like pretty much 2 months from now. June to July, July to August, yeah, 2 months. And I really want to train and put in time and effort into this and be at my like best and give it my all. So I am trying something out. I used Chat GPT to try and create a running schedule for myself. So I have it, and this is like an intermediate level to begin running and prepping for a 5-kilometer race. So it's broken down into 4 weeks, and you can, for myself, since I've never really trained for running, I might duplicate each week. So do week 1 twice, week 2 twice, 3 twice, 4 twice, if that makes sense, because that'll give me 8 weeks, which is basically a month. But I thought I would kind of go through, and I just thought it was so cool. And I am pretty proud of myself for thinking of that idea to get AI to create a running schedule and plan for myself instead of paying for one. And I am quite impressed by what it generated. And I think it's really good and super helpful. So as much as I'm not really on board for AI, this is really neat because it was free. I'm not having to pay a different app to generate one for me. I just typed in beginner or intermediate. So at first I did beginner, but that one kind of did walking, and I'm running right now, so I don't really want to start at walking. I'm a little bit more advanced than that. So I did intermediate running schedule to run a 5K. I can't remember if I put in like in a month. I don't think I said a month. I think I just said intermediate for a 5K schedule. So let's go down. Let's start at week 1. So we'll do week 1, and then we'll do day 1 through 7. So day 1 is an easy run for 30 minutes. Day 2 is interval training. So that's a 10-minute warm up, 400 meters at a fast pace, 200-meter recovery jog. And you're gonna repeat the fast pace and recovery jog about 6 times, and then a 10-minute cool down recovery jog. Yes. And then day 3 is either a rest day or cross training. So in this schedule, you get 2 rest or cross training days. One, I think, is going to be like a full rest day. And then the other might be some weight and body weight training, some strength training. Day 4 is a easy 30-minute run. Day 5 is a tempo run. Oh my gosh, I cannot speak right now. So that is a 10-minute warm up, 15 minutes at a comfortably hard jog, and then a 10-minute cool down jog. So comfortably hard is like pushing myself, where I'm not like struggling, but it is faster than what I would typically run at. Day 6 is another cross training or rest day. And then day 7 is a long run. So that's about 45 to 50 minutes at about a conversational pace. And conversational pace is like being able to have a conversation while you're running and not being so out of breath and exhausted. Then moving on to week 2, day 1 is an easy 30-minute run. Day 2 is fartlek training. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Don't really know the meaning behind that name, but essentially what I got from it, it's a 10-minute warm up jog, and then bursts of faster running, and then coming back to a regular pace. So you want to do so for week 2, it's going to be a 1-minute hard run and then a 2-minute recovery easier run. And you're going to repeat that 1 minute on, 2 minutes off for 25 to 30 minutes. I am so sorry. I am misspeaking a shit ton right now. I apologize. I am very undercaffeinated. I have a coffee here. This is my first one of the day, and it's 11:15. So then wrapping up day 2, And I just spit. Wrapping up day 2 of the fartlek training is going to be a 10-minute cool down jog. Day 3 is either a rest day or a cross training strength day. And then day 4 is an easy run for 30 minutes. Day 5 is more interval training. So that is a 10-minute warm up and then 800 meters of a faster pace, 400 meters of a recovery. And that cycle you're going to repeat 4 to 6 times and then finish it up with a 10-minute cool down jog. I like this so far. I don't know if you've kind of noticed, but each week it gradually increases. The structure pretty much stays the same, but you are increasing your intervals, distance, time, things like that, but at a very, very slow, manageable rate. So then day 6 is a rest day or cross training. And then day 7 is going to be a long run, and that is 50 to 65 minutes, again, at a conversational pace. Week 3, we're gonna start day 1 with an easy run for 35 minutes. And then day 2 is going to be a tempo run. So that is a 10-minute warm up, comfortably hard run for 20 minutes, and then a 10-minute cool down jog. Day 3 is either cross training or rest. Day 4 is an easy run for 35 minutes. And then day 5 is interval training. So a 10-minute warm up, 1,000-meter faster pace, 400-meter recovery, repeating that 4 to 5 times, and then a 10-minute cool down jog. Day 6 is your rest day or another cross training. And day 7 is a long run from about 55 to 75 minutes. Again, conversational pace. This is a lot of repetitive styles of training, and each week is kind of structured the same, which I will really enjoy because I like consistency and like routine and getting into a flow. So then week 4 is starting with an easy run for 40 minutes this time. And then day 2 is another fartlek training day, so 10-minute warm up. So this time we're going to increase our faster running bursts to be 2 minutes of a hard run and then 2 minutes easy run, repeating this for 30 to 35 minutes and another 10-minute cool down jog. Day 3 is a rest day or cross training. Day 4 is an easy run for 40 minutes. Day 5 is more intervals, so a 10-minute warm up, 120-meter fast run, 400-meter recovery jog, and that is going to repeat 4 to 5 times and then finish it all up with a 10-minute recovery jog. Day 6, we're gonna do a rest day or cross training. And as I'm sure you could guess, day 7 is going to be a long run, increasing our time for about 60 to 75 minutes. And once again, conversational pace. And one interesting thing that ChatGPT generated was that you should periodically test your 5-kilometer run just to see what kind of progress you're making and just to have like good kind of starter milestone points that you can like kind of track your progress as you go, because the whole point is to be able to run 5 kilometers at a reasonable pace. But I was so impressed with this breakdown and outline. I am quite happy with it, and I think it's pretty manageable, and like 2 rest days each week, and I think I'm definitely might double up on each week, as I said before. But I'll let you know. I'm going to start tomorrow. Today I don't know. So today I actually did like a 35-minute easy run, I guess. Like I had Sully with me and we kind of were just, I wasn't timing myself. I was really focusing on my form and how I was running, not so much on time or distance. I did run 4 kilometers and I think it was like 36 minutes, give or take. So I don't know if I want to count today as day 1 or if I am just going to start the whole thing tomorrow, which I might do. I think just kind of start with a clean slate, first day, just do it with the intention of my training mindset, because today I'm just going for a run, quite honestly. But I'm so excited to start this. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I will probably take you guys along with me. I don't know if I'm going to do like
maybe I'll do like a weekly video on how it's going instead of like leaving it all until the end of August. I think I'll do like weekly updates. Anyways, I think I'm gonna end this video here because it was just kind of like a little catch up, chatty vlog type thing with a little bit of everything in it. My sourdough baking, some running talk, my training breakdown. Yeah, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm so excited to start this journey, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.